Hello. Monday again, soon comes round, isn't it? Okay, so we will start off with some mobility work, and then we'll do a combination of strength and flexibility work, as well as our sun salutations, and we'll do a bit of relaxation at the end as well. So if any of you are new to yoga, trying it for the first time, then just listen to your body. In fact, that applies to you all. So listen to what your muscles are telling you. If you need to come out of any of the poses before I prompt you to, then you can do that anytime that you need to. So it's very much a case of working to your own level of strength, flexibility and experience as well. So you can do this with socks on or without socks, whatever you're most comfortable to do. I find it a little bit easier with socks off and a little bit less slidey along the mat. Okay, so we shall come up onto our feet. So we're bringing our feet together. We're just standing with good posture, so we're standing nice and tall, and we are mindful of our breathing. So we're breathing in through the nose and also out through the nose. So if you do Pilates, you know that that's slightly different to what we do in that session. So always breathing in and out through the nose for yoga. So we shall get started off. So we're going to start just by doing some arm circles. So you're going to circle your arms forward and then to the back of the room. So just breathing nice and steady. Okay, we're now going to change direction of those arm circles. I'm just going to do a couple more there. And then we'll move on to some spine mobility, so just doing some rotation, just letting the arms swing nice and freely. You might experience a little bit of rotation through the hips as well. Okay, so a couple more of those. And then we're going to bring our hands up, straight up above us. We're breathing in, and then on the out breath, we roll through the spine and the knees swing back up. So we breathe out, breathe in. If you're feeling confident this evening and you'd like to add a little bit of balance, then you can add a leg raise, alternating from one side to the other. If you are unsteady on one leg, then just keep both of your feet on the floor. And once again, we're just going to do a couple more. Excellent, and relax your hands down by your side. So hopefully you're warmer now. I'm certainly feeling warmer. So we're going to move on to the sun salutations. If you haven't done these before and you'd like to watch the first one, then you can do that. If you're happy to just get cracking with me, then that's also fine. Okay, so feet are together. Come to the front of your mat, and then you've got all your mat behind you to be able to use. So we're going to take a breath in, and we're bringing the hands together at the top. Then we're going to breathe out, and we're going to fold forwards. We're going to breathe in, and we're going to place the hands on the shins, and we're going to extend through the spine. And then as we breathe out, hands come to the floor, right leg steps back, followed by the left. You can pop your knees down to the floor and then slowly come down. Now we inhale and we lift the chest, and then we exhale, we just curl the toes under at the back and we press the thighs to the back of the room. Inhale, bend the knees, step the right foot forward, followed by the left. Exhale, head relaxes down, and then we inhale and exhale. So we're going to repeat on the left. So we inhale, you can extend back if you want to increase intensity. Exhale as you fold forwards. Inhale, place those hands on the shins, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hands down, left leg back, right leg back. Knees off the floor for more intensity. So we're coming into crocodile. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, curl those toes back under, press into down dog. Inhale, bend the knees, step your left foot forward. So if you struggle to get the leg forward, if it's kind of back here, you can use your hand to step it further forwards. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So this time I just want you to clasp your hands behind you, squeeze your shoulder blades together and open the chest and breathe. So we're just having this breather before we start the next sun salutation. So we're on the right side this time. So inhale, take those hands up, extend back into it. Exhale, fold it forwards. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen that spine. Exhale, hands to floor, right leg back, left leg back. Knees down or up, it's up to you, and we bend those elbows. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, right foot forward. Slide the back foot in. Exhale, head down. Inhale. And exhale. And off we go again. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, hands down, left leg back. Right leg, elbows. Inhale. And then exhale. So press your thighs right back, spread your fingertips, bend your knees, left foot steps forward, followed by the right, head down. Inhale. And exhale, bring those hands back, squeeze shoulder blades together, open your chest. And we're going to do one more set, one on each side. So we inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale as you lift the chest, and exhale. Bend the knees, inhale, right foot forward, slide your back foot in, exhale. Oh, feel that lovely stretch into the back, into the hamstrings. Inhale. And exhale. So we're going one last time on the left this time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Left leg back. Right leg back. Knees down if you need to, remember. Inhale. Curl those toes under. Exhale, push it back. So draw your belly towards your spine. Bend your knees, left foot forward. Slide the back foot in. Exhale, release. And then we inhale. And exhale. Bring those hands behind. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Excellent work, well done. Okay, so while we are on our feet, I think we'll do some strength work today as well as flexibility. So we're going to do a little sequence of 4 different exercises. So we're going to start off with a squat. So for this, we're bringing the feet together again, and we're just going to sit the hips back. And we're going to bring, you can either take your hands forward to about shoulder height, or you can go higher, whatever feels good, but try not to tense through the shoulders and just remain really soft through to the fingertips. So we're sitting the hips back. You may not be able to tell from this angle that my knees haven't gone past my toes, so you stay there. I'm just going to turn sideways just so that you can see. So as we squat, we stick the hips back as well as down, so the knees are not passing forward of the toes. Okay. If any of you want to just work a little bit harder, you can lift your heels off the floor. So this is going to work on your balance. So again, the option is to keep the heels down. Keep the shoulder girdle relaxed. If your heels are up, place them down, and we're all coming up out of the squat now. Take your right leg back. Okay, so make sure the foot isn't directly behind the front leg, so it's off to the side, about hip width apart. So once we've got the 45-degree angle of that back foot, we're turning the hips forward. We're bringing the hands up, again soft through the shoulders to the fingertips, and we're coming down into a squat. So we're squatting into that front leg. So again, knees are above the ankle rather than over the toes. And we are aiming to get this front thigh as level to the floor as we can, parallel to the floor. If you're more up here and you're as far as you can go, then that's fine. But if you feel you can just push it a little more, just try and get a little deeper. So again, keeping your hips square, make sure that you've not twisted now to the side of the room. Give me a breath in now. And as you breathe out, just see if you can squat that a little bit further. Keep pushing into your back foot, making sure that that heel hasn't lifted. So we're pressing into both feet. Okay, nicely done. We're going to now straighten that front leg, and we're going to extend into a back extension. So we're just going to extend through the neck slightly as well. If this is too much for your back, just bring your body weight forward slightly. And if you want to, you can take yourself into a chest stretch. So you're clasping those hands. We did that one earlier when we finished our sun salutations. Okay, from there, bring the arms down, bring your weight forward slightly, lift up your back heel, rotate that knee down towards the floor. So the least intense option, you're just going to pop your knee down to the floor and have your hands inside of the leg. Progression wise, you're going to keep your heel off the floor, but you're going to press the heel towards the floor with your knee off the floor. So we keep driving this front knee out, making sure it's not collapsing in, and just spread your weight evenly over this front foot over the heel and the balls of the feet. So you can stay there or you can add a twist. So you're twisting your ribs towards that front thigh, opening the chest, opening the shoulder. As you do that, don't forget about that back leg, so don't let your knee start dropping towards the floor. Keep that leg straight, feel that stretch into the thigh. Okay, well done. We're going to now take the hand outside of that front leg and we're going to come into a down dog. So pressing the thighs back, we're also pushing the hips up and just let the head rest down. Press into your hands and feel that lovely stretch right down the back of your body. So your feet are about hip width apart. And we're going to bring the knees to the floor and we're just going to sit ourselves into a child's pose. So you're just sitting back over your heels. Okay, so now we're going to bring ourselves up onto our feet so we can roll up through the spine. I'm going to repeat the sequence starting from the squat, but it will be the left side that we're taking back this time. That's presuming you did the right side first time round. Alright, so feet are together again and we're sitting into that squat. So again, you can have your hands extending forwards or you can have your arms overhead. So it's entirely up to you. Just remember again, nice and soft fingertips and shoulders. If you want to, you can lift your heels off the floor as well, staying in that squat position. Okay, we're going to bring the heels back down, come out of the squat, step your left foot back. So again, we've not got the foot directly behind the front leg, about hip width apart. So we're turning those hips to the front of the room again, and we're squatting down into that front leg. Fingertips to the ceiling. Breathe. Take a breath in now, and then as you exhale, come down that a little bit lower if you can. And then just breathe. Enjoy the moment. If your leg might be shaking a little bit, that's absolutely fine. Okay, we're straightening the front leg now. So we're coming into that back extension, or you can take that release stretch across the chest and the shoulders, whatever feels good for you this evening. And now we're lifting the back heel up, rotating that knee to point down to the floor. So you can either take your knee to the floor or placing the hands inside, so you're either here or here. Okay, so your option is to twist. And again, don't let that heel go and the knee drop. Keep straightening that leg, keep pressing the heel towards the floor. done hand outside of the foot, and then we're coming into that down dog again. So the feet are hip width apart. Press those thighs back, push your hips up. Oh, that's a great stretch. Right down the back of the body. And knees to the floor, and sit yourself back. Okay, we are going to have a lie down on our backs, and we're going to do some bridge work. So having that nice lie down on our backs, we're bringing the heels in nice and close. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to use the glutes as well as the abdominals in the back to slowly drive the hips up and then come back down. So we'll squeeze into the glutes, lift your hips up, slowly bring them down. Squeeze up and come down. So we're just going to do a couple more of those. And then this last one we're going to hold at the top. So we're holding here. We're just going to clasp the hands together, and we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together, press the shoulders into the floor and lift those hips. So if you're there and you're thinking, oh yeah, I can feel that, that's quite challenging, then you will just stay there. If you're thinking, I could probably handle a bit more, then we're going to lift the leg, then back down to thigh level, and then place the foot on the floor. So we just straighten the leg, we lift, lower, place the foot down again. So we straighten, lift, lower and down. Straighten, lift, lower and down. We're going to do 2 more. Try and keep those hips up and hold. Make sure your bum isn't dropping towards the floor. Really, really, really squeeze tightly. Okay, unclasp those hands and slowly release. Okay, we're going to bring ourselves to sitting position now. And we're going to do a little bit of twisting for the spine, so some flexibility, and also some flexibility for the hamstrings as well. So, seated position. We're just going to firstly take right leg and cross it over the left, placing the foot on the floor. So we're bringing the leg in nice and close, and then we're using the left elbow to hook onto that leg and bring the knee towards your chest as much as you can. Then you're going to take your spare hand and you're just going to place it behind you, and you're just going to look over that right shoulder. So that's your first option. The second option is to introduce some hamstring flexibility as well. So you will then just take the elbow away from being that hook, and then you're just going to grab hold of the foot and you're going to straighten that leg. So you stretch into the hamstring, so you're pressing your foot into your hand, and then you're looking over that back shoulder again. So we're keeping the twist through the spine. Option is to lift your back hand and look down to your fingertips. Well done, release. We put that leg down on the floor and we repeat now on the other side. So we're taking the left leg over the right, and then we're using the right elbow to hook that left leg in. So you'll be feeling the stretch here, and then also you've got your hand behind you, behind your hip, and then you're just twisting over that, looking over that back shoulder. Just breathe, relax into it. Okay, we are going to either take the option to stay as we are, or unhook the elbow there and then just straighten that leg. So you're pushing that foot into the hand, so keep your good posture, try not to slouch forward, and then you've got the option to take that support hand away. So you're getting that stretch into the hamstrings. So you're looking straight down to those fingertips. And release. Well done. Okay, so we are now going to do some strength work for the back. We're going to do what we would call a camel. So we're coming up onto the knees. So I'll just show you sideways on, just so you can see what my feet are doing. So when we're up on the knees here in this position, we're kind of curling the toes under rather than having the feet flat on the floor. So we just have those toes in that position. So you're going to basically have the option, you can do one side at a time and we'll do once each side, or you can do both together and we'll do that twice, if that makes sense. So I'll just show you first, so just relax for now and then we'll all start together. So if you're going for the less intense option, you're just going to take your right arm, you're going to circle it up and over. You're just going to look down towards your ankle and heel, and you're going to place the hand either on the heel or on the ankle, whatever works for you, and you'll just glance down to your hand and your foot. To come out of the position, we just kind of flex through the hips, taking the hips towards the heels, and that just takes us out of the position safely without putting too much stress into the back. For those of you that wanted to challenge yourself a bit more, then you will circle both of your arms, you'll grab hold of your heels or your ankles, and then you'll look up towards the ceiling, just tucking the chin in. We're squeezing into the glutes and we're pushing the hips forward and we're lifting the chest up. And then as we're coming out of the pose, again, we just kind of drop the bum down towards the heels. So you'll do it either on the right, we'll have a release, then you'll do it on the left, or you'll do it twice in the full pose, both sides at the same time. Okay, so breathe in and then breathe out. So again, we're squeezing into the glutes, we're pushing those hips forward, lifting them up as much as we can, so really squeeze into the bum and into the back, and we're opening the chest and lifting it up, tucking the chin in slightly, or of course you're looking down at the hand, so you might get a little bit of shaking going on with this one. It's quite a challenging pose. Remember, you can come out anytime you need to of the pose. Okay, so we're going to release there. And we're going to bring our hands to the floor, hands under the shoulders, and we're just going to take a not child's pose, a cat stretch. Okay, so we're releasing out of that stretch now, and we're going to set ourselves up again, so those toes are curling under behind us, and then you're either going on your other side or it's both sides together again. So again, we're squeezing into those glutes, we're pushing the hips forward, lifting the chest, feeling that into the back. Just a little longer, you're doing really well. And release. And we're coming down into that cat again. Okay, we're going to come down to the floor, onto our backs. So it's going to do a bit of flexibility, so for the spine, and then we'll do some relaxation to finish off. Okay, so we're bringing our feet together. We're just going to cross the right leg over the left. Then what you're going to do, you're going to keep your shoulder blades down and you're going to take your knees to the left side. So once you've got your legs as far over as you can, you're then going to turn your head in the opposite direction. So you're turning your head away from your legs. Forgot what they were called then. So then what you're going to do is take, if your legs have gone to the left, you'll just take your left hand and just let your hand rest on the knee, or you can use the hand as a bit of resistance to bring the knee a little closer to the floor and intensify that stretch. If that feels too much, then just take that hand, the pressure off the hand, just let the hand rest and just relax. Breathe nice, gentle breaths. Nicely done, well done. So we're going to release, and we're going to stack the legs back on top of one another. We're coming back to centre, and then we're going to cross the left leg over the right now, and then we're going to lower the knees to the right, lower the head to the left. And once again, you can use the hand if you wish to just encourage a little bit more of a stretch. So you might feel that into your hip as well as the benefit into the spine. I can just feel that just on the outside of the hip there. And just stay in that position, breathe. I've got a cat that wants to come in through the door. I don't know, I'll never work with children and animals, they say, don't they? So just relax into that. You coming in, Peggy? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so now what I'd like you to do is just roll onto your back. And we're going to do some relaxation. So if you prefer to do your relaxation seated, then you can feel free to do that. If you prefer to do your relaxation lying down, then you can do that. So it's entirely up to you. And also, by the way, if you wanted to check out at this point, I know sometimes it's some people don't kind of get into the relaxation mode in the studio, they're a bit twitchy. So if you need to dash off anywhere, then feel free. But if you would like to just enjoy a bit of calm, it's just going to be for a few minutes, about 3 or 4 minutes. So I won't be keeping you too much longer. So you can either get yourselves in a comfortable sitting position, or you can have a lie down. So if you're on your mat, just take your heels to the corners of the mat and just bring yourself down to the floor. Just let your arms relax. And just let your body breathe naturally. What I'd like you to do is, starting from the top of your body, I want you to work your way up through the whole body and just allow your muscles to switch off and relax so that your body just sinks into the floor and you just feel completely weight free. So we're going to include muscles that you may not even really be aware of or thinking about. So think about the muscles in your face. So the muscles around your mouth, around your eyes. Bring your tongue away from the roof of your mouth and just relax. Feel calm and enjoy, just enjoy this moment. So once you have got your body into a completely relaxed state, I would like you to engage your mind, but I'd like you to take yourself somewhere nice. You might be walking through some woods, listening to the birds singing. You might be sitting on a rocky beach, listening to the waves crash against the rocks. You might be lying on a nice warm beach, feeling the sun on your face. So just take yourself to your happy place, relax and enjoy. Your thoughts so pure. Okay, so we're just now going to bring some awareness back into the body. A little bit of movement. So we're just going to start by wiggling the toes and the fingers. And if you're lying flat on the floor, you might just want to bend your knees, just bring your feet towards you. Going to bring our knees in towards us, so you can either keep nice and still or you can have a little rock from side to side. Then you can either bring yourselves up to sitting position. So we're going to open the eyes, forgot to mention that. Just open the eyes and just let your eyes adjust to the light again. And then in your own time, when you feel ready, you can bring yourselves up to sitting position, either just by rolling up, or if you need to, you can roll onto your side first. And then just bring yourself up to sitting position. So don't feel like you have to rush in terms of standing up quickly. If you just need a moment, if you're still feeling quite relaxed, you might go dizzy if you stand up too quick. Feel free to just stay as you are for a few moments. I hope you enjoyed your session this evening. So yoga will be on same time next week. Tomorrow, what do we have tomorrow, Peggy? Can't even think. Tuesday tomorrow. Oh, it's body tone tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So I hope to see you then. Enjoy your evening and I'll see you soon. You're restless, Peggy. You want to go back out now, do you?